What up, YouTube? So today is gonna be part 9 of the Acura Integra K20 swap bar, and today we're gonna be working on some more wiring. But I need to, in order for us to get a first start, I need to finish the fuel line. So I'm gonna be running a braided fuel line over here with the new fitting, and then we'll drop down to right here. So because we're only gonna have one fuel line since it's just a non-returnless system. So we're just gonna run that, and then I got this pre-cut. This is gonna be my evap hose that goes right here, and then we're gonna put on a new brake booster hose so we can have our brake power, and that should be it as far as the front. And then we're gonna go ahead and mount up this evap box right here to the back, so we can so we dropped the gas tank already, so we can mount all that up, and the wiring's already ran back there. So all we got to do is get that on there, and then we got the catalytic converter welded to the downpipe already. JFab went and knocked that out so far, so we have O2 sensors. Then I can wire the O2 sensor up, and hopefully after all that, you guys will be able to wire your own K-series and know how to at least sort of do a bar. I'll also show you guys how to wire up the fan as well. So we'll get the fan running on today, get the exhaust kind of on there so we can see if all the sensors are working. If any check engine lights come on, we'll know most of that's already wired up, and we'll go from there. But right now I'm gonna start doing these hoses real fast so we can have that ready and get fuel to the system so we can actually start it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll come back. All right, so now we're almost getting ready to get this car started. I went ahead and did the fuel line, I did my evap, and I did my brake booster line. This is the stock RSX brake booster line. I chose this one. I'm gonna shorten it and make it a little cleaner, but it has a valve right here. You can feel it, but it's a little thicker right here. So there's a valve so it doesn't get squishy, so air doesn't go back into the brake booster. You don't have to use the RSX one. You can use your stock one. The stock one also has it. It's just the valve's on the outside. You can actually see it. With this way, it's a little bit more cleaner, I guess. So we got that ready. Next thing I'm gonna do actually is gonna start doing the AC lines. I kind of wanted to get those out the way, or at least have them right here. So once I finish wiring everything up, it'll be a lot easier, because I still got to finish tucking a lot of things. As you can see, still a mess in here, so I want to get at least the AC condenser box up in there so I'll know exactly how long I need to extend my wires and everything, and at least have the AC lines ready. So we're gonna go ahead and knock that out first, and then we'll come back, make sure everything's all good, and then we'll go ahead and give it a start. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out real quick, and then we'll come back. All right, so now we're back. I just want to show you the hybrid racing AC kit that I got for this car. So these are the 3 lines. Well, this is the one that's gonna go on top, and then the factory one is at the bottom. You still utilize that, which I'm sure connects to one of these, but I'll be going over the AC a little bit later. But just wanted to show you guys I got the inside condenser and fan all installed back in there. So now I can just go through all my wiring, lengthen it, and then we'll figure out where I'm gonna tuck some of this stuff at. But most of the wiring is almost finished. So right now we'll go for a little start. I'm gonna put these lines back real fast. So I know some of you guys probably seen, I don't know if you guys follow my Instagram, but this isn't the first start. This is just me starting it again to show you guys, for the people that only have been subscribed to my YouTube channel. So just to show you, check engine light works, oil pressure light works, battery light works, my fuel gauge works, and now I can show you that tack actually works, and speed's gonna work because there's no axles in here. So starts. I still have to show you guys the O2 sensor wiring, and then I wanted to wire up the fans since those just came in as well to show you how that works. So I'm gonna wire up the slim fans real fast, get both of them on here. I'm gonna show you how to exactly wire the main fan, and show you which wire it is to run to the sensor down here, which I'm gonna be running factory. So this car I'll be running just like stock. I guess you could run it how I'm gonna show you guys, straight off of a ground, which will just ground the relay and send the signal. So I guess I'll show you how to do both ways. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and put these fans on real fast, and then we'll come back and finish the wiring on the fan, and then I guess we can go over the O2 sensors as well. All right, so now that we're back, and I got my fans installed. As you can see, these are the slim ones. I tried to fit the OEM ones, but it's just really tight. I mean, this side will work, but looks a lot cleaner with matching fans, so this is the reason why I went with that route. Other than that, I just have this one slightly wired up to show you guys what you need to do to get the fan to either run off of a ground or off of this actual plug, which I'll be running off of this plug that plugs into the bottom of the radiator. If you're using the stock RSX radiator, you will have this plug. If you don't, you have aftermarket, maybe they have a sensor to put there, but other than that, you'll probably have to run this off of a K20 hose that they usually sell to put the fan temperature switch there. So taking it back, we're going to be using the stock radiator fan control, which is green. I showed you guys in the last video what wire that was to cut to have that ready. So it's A27 and the wire is green. So right now I just have it on the ground mode. So all you have to do, if you don't want to run your fan off the sensor and you just don't have the time, or you don't have that stock radiator, I kind of extended it because it was too short, and it's just grounded. So I literally just grounded it onto here just to show you guys. So let me get the keys, and I'm just going to turn it to the on position. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's on, and that's how you do it with the ground. So if you were gonna do it with this switch, all you would have to do is extend that green wire, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna probably tuck it through the side over here, and then the black wire just needs to be grounded. Once you do that, that is all you need to do for the fan, and you're good. You don't need to use the one off of the actual C101 plug. So as far as that's gonna be it for today, guys. I got some other stuff. I'm still waiting for a flange on the exhaust so we can do the O2 sensor, so that'll probably be last. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that it does start and everything. So if you haven't liked, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you haven't, follow this car and the owner at Lucifer dc2 on Instagram. You can also follow him on YouTube at Lucifer Morningstar Videography. And if you want to hit me up, it's K Serious Works on Instagram. Also, if you want to contact me on my email, it's honda.mike1988@gmail.com. Hopefully next video, I think we should almost be ready to drive this car, and we'll be finishing installing the AC lines as well. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.